Well, here it is, folks. I got in here just a little after midnight, and I can't even believe nobody's ever camped here before. It's got all the ingredients to be good. It's flat, it's dry. Even when it's wet out everywhere else, it's still pretty dry here. There's lots of dead firewood right around here. There's trails that leave right from camp. It's not on a road. Like, there is a little road here, but it's deactivated, so you only get the quad traffic and you're well off the road. There's the old hornet's nest. There's a tight squeeze coming in the main road in there. I started coming in here a couple months ago, and of course people, monkey see, monkey do, people started following my tracks. There's a bit of a trail here now. But I've never ever seen anybody come even drive in this field much. Maybe a quad here and there. So yeah, I was gonna trim the trees back up on this these two spruce trees here, and it's really flat right here. I was thinking of making a fire pit right there. So I'm gonna cut all the grass. I brought my lawnmower, and I'm definitely gonna mow the grass a bit here. And it's surprisingly really smooth, so after we mow it, it should be really good. And there's actually a little creek too that runs back just over here. Well, she made it in here all okay last night, the truck and the camper. So this will be the little road in, and like I said, there was no vehicle tracks in here or anything before. I think the odd guy came in here for firewood. I think we're gonna call it Greg River Flats, if that's not what it already is called. I've never heard a name for it. When I camped here 20 years ago, it was just off the left there in the trees, and I think that's where I made the fire pit. Just deciding where it should be. I want my mountain view, and I want to be near those trees, so I can put a little A-frame up and connect to them. But then I don't have as good of a view, so we'll have to make some decisions here. Maybe over in that back corner, we'll see. Well, that was a good first day. I got all this grass mowed. It's harder than it looks. It's pretty humpy in spots and slow going, but I got lots that cut in behind the motor or the toy hauler bit too, and then I trimmed the trees back, and I want to make a picnic table. Put it under there, but I'll make my A-frame first to put my tarp, and then the fire pit to go beside that, so it'll be a ways away from the trees there. Should be good. There's my mountain view. How is it, Chevelle? Pretty good. Are you tasting it? Squash, carrots, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, and lean beef. Pretty darn good, eh, Chevelle? Well, it was a good day. Sun's going down there. Ready to go? Come on up. Come on up. Give you a boost. There you go. Okay. I love you. Okay, let's go. Well, it was late in the day, but I wanted to get out and go for a little tour, so I went out and checked out all the other little random campsites in the area, and I wanted to check out an old cut line that we were supposed to take one time on a 3 or 4 day pack trip with our quads, but that trip never happened. And so I wanted to go check that trail out, or the beginning of it. And I think we put on about 40 kilometers when all was said and done, but we did lots of road riding like this here. This is just an old logging road that they would have used to log this little area. This camping trip we're on, this is just right after that one where we spent 26 days out in the mountains. I made a bunch of videos on that one already. But yeah, we came home for a week and then we headed back out here for another 9 or 10 days. Okay, so this is that old cut line that back in 2005, I'd noticed this cut line on the map that went all the way from this area here now, right to the town, a little coal mining town of Robb, Alberta. And so we wanted to see if we could take it. And we had driven out here several times in the vehicles, and we eyed up this cut line. We'd just keep going up logging roads to where it intersected with this trail, and we just thought, yeah, we could probably do it. So there was me and 2 other guys, and we were all saddled up. We had prepared for it. It was going to be about a 3-day pack trip. We were going to see if we could make it to Robb, and we were going to leave right from, I think either this area, or maybe we were going to leave right from town. I can't remember. But anyways, we're all ready to go, and Saturday morning there, my buddy calls me up and he says, I can't go now. He said, somebody vandalized my truck. They spray painted the headlights, and I gotta get this stuff off. So we never did go on that trip, and that would have been my very first pack trip back then. So we ended up, just me and one of the other 2 guys, we ended up going on a big long trip out towards Brule. But anyway, this was the trail, and yeah, we definitely would have had a hard time. Like, you can't even pass it in certain areas. Like, you'll see up here, it just kind of goes into the trees and it turns into a hand line. There are sections of the trail that you can ride though, and I'll be on them later on in this video series. But this section, it's not passable. You can see in this section here, it shows a whole pile of different cut lines. Like, they just go everywhere here. It's just, you could spend 10 lifetimes and you wouldn't see even half those trails.
This way.
Notice Chevelle stopping and waiting for me. it wasn't always like that in the beginning years. I had to do a lot of yelling at her and stuff to get her to come back, because she'd sometimes just keep going. And of course, there's always a chance we're gonna run into a bear, so I didn't want that happening. So yeah, she learned fast, and she always stuck around after that. This is just another little random camp spot beside the highway. It's not my real first pick. In fact, I've never even camped here. It's just too close to the road for me. But it is popular, and lots of people camp here. But you can see all those little mud holes around that place, and normally I like to clean those up. If I have to cut wood, I cut them right near those holes to kind of throw some sawdust in there and dry them up. But nobody really ever fixed up this camp over the years. Now they've come in and they've trimmed the trees back along the roadway, so be able to take all that material and just throw it in those mud holes, and then they'll be nice and dry. Notice how the quad stalled there and it was steaming a little bit. These brute forces had an issue, and I don't know how they ever left the factory like this, but when you hit a water puddle, the water would go up onto the exhaust, and then the steam would rise off the head pipes, and the intake for the engine was right there, so it would suck in that steam, and then it would kind of kill the engine. So they had a fix for it, but this one didn't have that yet. So this is the Greg River Road, and years ago, this section that I'm on right here, if you look on the map, you can tell this used to be the original road. There was nothing up in this country at that time except for this logging road. The road straight ahead is the road that goes from Hinton to Chatham, and it's paved now. It actually wasn't paved. I've been here about 23 years, and that's when they paved it that first year I moved here. So it went up to the coal mines, but yeah, the main road used to come right through here, and then it used to cross and used to go over into an area they call Bembo's Post Camp. That's another popular area that people camp.
Hang on.
And then this used to be an old road as well, and right where it goes straight there, that's where it crosses the Greg River, and there used to be a bridge there before my time, but that would have been how they got across and logged on the other side there before. That would have been all before 1969, before Cardinal River coals started up. You can see some garbage on the left there. There's an old rubber dinghy. I just cleared it out this year, packed it out and brought it to the garbage there.
You can see everybody's using it now.
About 15 years ago when I first got Chevelle, I started coming in here. There was a little pool around the corner that I had found, and so I started coming here and I'd swim in there, I'd bathe in there, and the dog would swim and we'd fish and whatnot, and I see now it's pretty popular.
He's like a highway. See if we can catch a fish in here. Nice little pool here. Great spot to come swimming on a hot day too.
So we headed up the road, and I wanted to go check out kind of one of the far-reaching random campsites, which is this one. It's kind of the farthest one up in the hills there. We've camped here several times. It's just a great little spot, and it used to be really popular in the early 2000s, and then there was a section in the beginning that got just kind of like rutted out is what happened there, and it got to be where people wouldn't bring their campers in and stuff, and so I came in over the last, like 4 or 5 years, and I just keep hauling these big rocks in, and I filled all the big mud holes up with big rock. Then I put some smaller stuff on top, and then I just put dirt on top of that. Some of it's grass. You can't even tell there was a mud hole there. But I just like fixing them up because, then people can come and use them and enjoy them, and it just takes pressure off the other campsites and whatnot. But yeah, we've stayed here in my little ice fishing tent with the wood stove, and I ripped boards here for an outhouse. You'll probably see in another video. There was an old outhouse here, but it's just the end of its lifespan there, so it needs to be rebuilt. But yeah, great little campsite, and it's getting pretty late in the day, so we figured we'd better just head back to camp. I think it's probably about 10:30, 11 p.m. here. We get nice long days in the west.
Oh, there's your ball. Hold on. fix this up here.
This is one of the areas I've since fixed up, and it's pretty dry in there now.
I trimmed all the trees back there the other day, and like a month and a half ago now, and guys started using it again. I put some rock in the big holes, but I need to put some more rock and then gravel over top, and should be good.
Well, just out metal detecting here. Haven't done it for a while and forgot how fun it was. I was here for maybe a half hour and found this old piece of pipe. Two 8mm bullets, a little 22 casing with the letter C on it. This is like a piece of iron or something. I'm not sure what the heck this is off of yet. And then some old beer cap. Yeah, but it is near a road, so if I would have been out in the middle of a field, found that, it would have been cooler. But anyway, yeah, fun stuff. Get yourself a metal detector. Well, I caught a big mouse, a big brown mouse. Poor Chevelle. Oh, she sat down, the trap got her. Yeah, I'll get it, Chevelle. She was gonna go and play ball. She didn't. Oh, you got it off. All right, good girl. Well, time for a whiskey. Hot. Well, look at that. Does that ever look cool there through the binoculars? When you get the old binoculars out, folks, she looks cool. There they are, those damn frickin' chemtrails. They keep dropping frickin' whiskey and rum into my drink over there. Yeah, that's okay, I like them. Anyway, beauty day. I was planning on doing lots of work, but that didn't happen. Just a little bit of lawn mowing. Mowed my driveway. Oh boy, this is relaxing. So quiet here. The only noise you hear is the helicopters flying around and the odd plane here and there. Pretty awesome. These damn bugs are gonna get it. That's it, Chevelle. I'm getting them. Here we go. This should do it. Oh, watch out, Chevelle.